Visit sportsbookreview.com to learn more about BetOnline and its A-plus rated platform on the link below. Big game breakdown continues here on SportsBit. Here we go. It's time to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. Minnesota traveling to Cleveland today. Line open, pick 'em offshore. Well, Minnesota -4 right now, 221 the total. Remember the first meeting between these two teams? 127-99. That was the T-Wolves blowing them out at home on January 8th. And if you remember, at the time, it was as bad a loss as Cleveland has suffered all year. Oh my God, what's wrong with the Cavs? They're going to remember this one. You know, you remember LeBron's night? For 26 minutes, for 10 points. They had a -39 during that 26 minutes of play. Career worst on a per minute basis. And at the time we said, wow, what a bad night for Cleveland. Of course, that wasn't just a bad night for Cleveland. It's been a bad month for Cleveland. And of course, what do they have again last night? Another distraction, you know. So the talk is now about, is LeBron James going to drop his no trade clause? He's going to be gone out of Cleveland in the next 48 hours. Sam Sharina, quote, sources, as NBA teams do due diligence on his no trade clause and the potential of him dropping it, LeBron James is determined to see through the year in Cleveland, focused on the season. He will not waive the clause. You know, LeBron James, quote, I owe it to my teammates to finish this season out. No matter how it ends up, I would never waive my no trade clause. This is no time to be ashamed about our season. We've got quite a few games left. If we're still serious about the season, then we've got to play some good ball at some point. Does some point mean tonight? Good question. So, how's it playing out on the court? All these distractions for Cleveland. Well, last night they're in Orlando. They had a 21-point lead. They led by 16 at the break. They lost by 18. They were 7-point favorites. They led by double digits early, big time. They got crushed to Orlando. Look at the second half scoring last night. Magic 65, Cavs 31. Look at the third quarter scoring. Jonathan Simmons kept pace with the Cleveland Cavaliers for the entire quarter. This is a Cavs team that's now 6-13 straight up since Christmas. 8 of the 13 losses have come by 11 points or more. You want to talk effort? Fourth quarter last night, and the game was tight going into the fourth. Fourth quarter rebounding last night, Orlando 19, Cleveland 5. That's an effort issue. And of course, Ty Lue left the game with an undisclosed illness. The second time that's happened this season. He may or may not be available tonight. The markets are saying that the worst point spread team in the NBA by a wide margin continues to be unbackable. I want no part of Cleveland this evening. Of course, the T-Wolves, I mean, this is a team that has a legit chance to pass by the Spurs and grab the number 3 seed in the Western Conference. But there are still issues with this Minnesota defense, something we talked about a couple of times on SportsBit. During crunch time in the fourth quarter, points per 100 possessions, Minnesota, they're going up 114.2. That's dead last in the NBA in terms of fourth quarter defense. And how bad is it? I mean, they've lapped the field. The number 29 is Brooklyn at a 111.3. So Minnesota's not just bad. They're like a three-pointer worse than any team in the league defensively in the fourth quarter. This season, they've been pretty darn ugly. But from a spot perspective, here's Cleveland coming off a really ugly loss. Would you say, all right, that's a step-up spot? Well, Minnesota is coming off 3 straight off days in season. And that was following back-to-back home wins. So they've had a chance to get on the practice floor. They've had a chance to take to the road today with more confidence. You know, this team opened 11-8 on the highway. They're just 1-8 their last 9 road games in straight-up fashion. From a spot perspective, certainly they're the more rested team, and it's not even close. They're certainly feeling a lot better about themselves than Cleveland is right now. Can they play with that aggression on defense on the road? Jimmy Butler, quote, we're heading on the road for some good challenges, some battles against some good teams. Just got to go about it the same way. We guard, get some turnovers, get out on the open floor, and see where we'll end up. Cleveland's having a problem facing every team's A game. Everyone wants the Cavs. They're likely to get Minnesota's A game tonight. But let's be honest. If you missed the early number here, you don't want to get on board fading Cleveland, even though it's been a consistent moneymaker. Bottom line is, markets have maybe got this one overpriced right now on Minnesota. There's no value. I shouldn't say that. I can't imagine there's going to be continued value betting against Cleveland. But on the other hand, a team that was power rated as one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the NBA coming into the campaign and for the first few months of the campaign, they have a long, long way they can drop before perhaps being priced correctly. Ohio State, Purdue coming up next right here on SportsBit. Betting Insight today from SBRpick.com. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.